Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the TPSC Inspector of Food Factories advertisement number 27/2025. Tripura Public Service Commission Agartala advertisement number 27/2025. We are going to talk about this notification. Online applications are invited from bona fide citizens of India for recruitment to the permanent 2 SC1 and ST1 post of Inspector of Factories Group A gazetted in Factories and Boiler Organization under Labour Department, Government of Tripura. In the scale of pay corresponding revised Cell 1 of Level 16 of Tripura State Pay Matrix 2018. So this is the post here, Inspector of Factories, and there is two vacancies. Okay, and now let's just scroll down here. The educational qualifications and age are mentioned below. At least a bachelor degree in mechanical or electrical or chemical engineering from a recognized university or equivalent. So if you have done your bachelor degree in mechanical, electrical or chemical engineering, then you are eligible for this. And minimum 6 years experience in production, maintenance or safety department in factory of repute. So they are asking for the 6 years experience, and or minimum 5 years experience in a responsible position in factories inspection works under the directorate of factories of any state or central government, and permanent residence certificate of Tripura PRTC would be required while applying for jobs by direct recruitment under the state government. So for this job application, you need to have this document PRTC, permanent residence certificate of Tripura. Okay, power to relax, where the state government is of the opinion that it is necessary or expedient to do so, it may relax the provision as mentioned above in SL3 with respect to any class or category of persons or post. Desirable knowledge of Bengali or Kongborok. It means uh, you have to be a resident of Tripura, permanent resident of Tripura, and you need to know this two languages, Bengali or Kogborok. Experience relaxable at commission's discretion in case of candidate in otherwise well qualified. Up to 40 years as on 21 November 2025. Upper age limit is flexible by 5 years in 5 years in case of SC, ST and government servant. So the upper age limit is 40 years here. Okay, and the last date of submission of online application is 21st November 2025 up to 5:30 p.m. The applications received after the closing date will not be entertained. So the last date we know now, that 21st November 2025 is the last date for this, for the submission of the application for this job. Okay, and now let's just go to the page number 2. As per the service rule, the recruitment process will comprise of two successive stage written examination of 180 marks and a multiple choice type test, OMR based, time allowed 3 hours, and then interview or personality test of 20 marks. So there is two steps for the recruitment. First is written examination of 180 marks, and the another one is interview or personality test of 20 marks. So total 200 marks will be there. For details, for detailed syllabus of written examination and scheme of examination, please refer annexure A and B. So here we are gonna talk about the personality test now. Candidates will be called for the personality test on the basis of the result of the written examination in the following ratio: number of vacancies 1, number of candidates to be called for personality test as 5 candidates, 2, uh, 2 number of vacancies 2, and the number of candidates to be called for personality test will be 8, and 3 and above it's 3 times the number of vacancies. Candidates scoring marks equal to that of the last candidate so selected for the personality test will be also be called for personality test. Okay, and now uh, we know almost everything, but now we just have to discuss about the syllabus, that what type of things we have to read for this examination. But before that, first of all, we have to discuss about the online application portal. Online application portal, candidates will have to submit application through application portal only. The commission will not entertain any hard copy application. Before submission of online application, read carefully the instructions to candidates. Link for online application portal will be available on Commission's website from 28 October 2025. So today is not the date to apply. Okay, the link will be active on 28 October 2025 to 21 November 2025. Before applying for the post, an applicant shall register or his or her biodata particulars through one-time profile registration on the Commission's website, https tpsc.tripura.gov.in. Once applicant register his or her particulars, a user ID is generated and sent to his or her registered mobile number and email ID. Applicants need to apply for the post using the OTPR user ID through the Commission's website, and applicants should avoid submitting multiple applications through different registrations. However, if due to any unavoidable circumstances any applicant submits multiple applications, then he or she must ensure that the application with latest application number is complete in all respect. So this kind of things you have to remember while whenever you are going to fill a form. Okay, and now let's just scroll down here and let's just talk about the rate of recruitment fees. Rate of recruitment fees: 400 rupees for general candidates and 350 rupees for ST, SC or BPL card holders. So it's almost same, 400 or 350. So this much money you have to pay for this application fees. Okay, and now let's just talk about another thing here. Yeah, syllabus for the post of inspector of factories and boiler organization, government of Tripura. So this is the annexure one where we are going to discuss about the syllabus. Okay, so for the written examination, it will be 180 marks. Duration will be 3 hours, and there will be 180 numbers multiple choice question with 4 options for written examinations. And this kind of subjects we have to study first. A, general studies and mental ability. So general English including grammar, correction, English usage, fill in the blank, synonyms, antonyms, selecting words and phrases, one word substitutes, etc. And logical reasoning and analytical ability, objective arithmetic, problem based on ages, volumes and surface areas, ratio and proportion, time and work, speed, time and distance, etc. General knowledge, current affairs, and events of Tripura, Northeast states, national and international. So this kind of subjects we have to study in general studies and mental ability subject. And for the core, here, industrial policies of occupational safety and health in factories of the Ministry of Labor and Employment, Government of India. And we have to aware about this kind of acts: the Factories Act 1948, the Employees Compensation Act 1923, the Maternity Benefit Act 1961, the Minimum Wages Act 1948, the Payment of Wages Act 1936, codes as and when come into force. So in lieu of 2A, B, C, D, and E above. So this kind of things we have to study in this core subjects. Okay. So the codes on Social Security 2020, the Industrial Relation Code 2020. So this kind of subjects we have to study in the core subject here in the B. And now let's just talk about the interviewer personality test. There shall be an interview or personality test. The candidates declared qualified in the written test shall have to appear for interview or personality test, and the final merit list shall be prepared on the basis of the marks secured in the written test as well as in the interview or personality test. So it will take almost 20 marks. So the total marks will be 200 marks. So now we know almost everything about this, and here syllabus for the post of inspector of factories, and here marks distribution, general studies and mental ability, general studies, general English including grammar, corresponding English usage, blank, synonyms, antonyms, select word, freshers, one word substitute. It will take almost 20 marks, and the logical reasoning, analytical ability, and the maths part, it will also gonna take 20 marks. And the general knowledge, current affairs, and events of Tripura, Northeast states, national and international, it is also gonna take almost 20 marks. So the total marks will be 60 here. So yeah, the notification is completed here. So the written examination first written examination here, it will take almost 180 marks, where the general studies and mental ability will take almost 60 marks, and the core subjects it will take almost 120, and the 20 marks it will be taken by interview or personality test. So this kind of subjects we have to study, where they are speaking about the a lot of Factories Act, Employee Compensation Act, Maternity Benefit Act, or minimum wages. This kind of acts we have to study, and the core subjects, and the logical reasoning part, mathematics, reasoning, and then the English grammar and the current affairs. So this kind of subjects we have to study, and we also know that how much we have to pay as an examination, as an application fees. It's almost 400 rupee for general and 350 rupee for the candidates who are belongs to SC, ST, and OBC, right? And the last date for this application is 21st November 2025. So the link is not active right now. It will active on 28 October 2025. So just prepare for this examination and crack the examination.